Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pain Toolkit Live. And I'm doing a Pain Toolkit Live with Keith Meldrum, and we're going to be discussing the conference that we did last weekend. And so I'm just going to just checking in to see where he is. Nothing yet. So anyway, there we go. Something's happening here. No, nothing's happening. Anyway, so just waiting for Keith to arrive, but it's fantastic for me anyway. It's a fantastic congress, and so we're going to be talking about that shortly. Just give you a bit of a weather report while everything's happening. Is that over here in Essex, the east of the country, has been a fantastic day today, unreal. It's been super sunny, and I met with Grania Daniels earlier on today up in Suffolk. We had a business meeting to discuss. Here comes Keith. We had a business meeting. Let's see if I could get Keith on board here. Invite. Hopefully he'll be coming on soon. Welcome everybody for coming to join us live anyway. Here he comes. Hey Keith.
Hey, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, or good morning I should say.
Yeah.
Just giving people weather report, but
Yes, it's always important to let them know.
oh mate, I'll tell you what, it ain't spring here, mate. It is super summer. We've had
Nice.
we had temperatures here today, right, going up to 18, and I'm out with went to Suffolk this morning to meet up with Grania Daniels, who was with us on the conference.
Yep.
At the weekend, and we had a business meeting to talk about the next conference on the 25th of April for another supported self-management conference for people with long-term conditions. So so we've anyway, which you know as you're part of. So hey, listen, this we got to talk about the weekend, man. I don't know about you, but I'm still buzzing from it. I think you put out on a post, an email, I think, Keith. It really made a lot of sense to me, really, because I got off when I finished I finished the recording here. It was like, I think it's about 4 o'clock in the morning, I think. And
Ouch.
yeah, no, it's all right. But I do, let's get my camera sorted out. And I got to bed about 6 because I was still sort of still wired up from it all, really, and excited. But you put out, I think, one of the emails when we were talking about it with the guys who were involved, that Dave Lusk, the first speaker, and Laura Mosley's, both their presentations, so that Dave was on first, and Laura was on at the end. That was like the bookends.
Yeah.
Something like that. Did you say that? I think
I did. Yeah.
And all the rest of the other presentations were sort of like the meat. I'm not sure that that's the right word, but the filling, like,
Yeah. If it was a sandwich, those guys would have been the top and bottom bread, and everybody else was the meat in the middle, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah. That's kind of how I saw it. I thought it was really, I mean, and we didn't know, right? Because we didn't know what everybody was going to present on. We gave them this general theme, knowing that they're all brilliant people. But it just happened to work out that, David Flusk, he gave this really great start and kind of a really good overview, upstream, downstream, and he talked about it in not just a purely clinical setting as a doctor, but, how it relates to people, because he's a doctor who really connects with people. So it was just, I thought, a really good way to really sort of lay the foundation for the conference.
yeah.
And then Lorimer came in and he just blew me away with when he got into a little bit more detail and into a little bit of the science and, the actual biology of pain. So it was, I mean, we started off great and finished with a bang, and everything in between was just fantastic.
Before I forget, I want to give all the presenters a shout out. Really, I thought it was all brilliant, but also people were working behind the scenes. Really, we
No,
just
it
sort of
has.
we were just the easy bit, really, just sort of introducing people. But
Yeah.
Dave Oxley, who was doing all the technical stuff, behind the scenes, and Daniel Daniels, who was playing all the messages and the questions,
Yeah.
like so.
Yeah.
Um,
And people need to know, for you guys in the UK, you started this. It started at 2 o'clock in the morning. So yourself, Grania, and Dave were up for hours in the middle of the night making sure this thing went off without a hitch. So unbelievable.
thank God it's only once a year.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that'd be a little hard on a body if you did it every month. So
There were some people here signing in. People, someone here called Amanda, watching us from Malta. Hey,
hey, Malta,
yeah,
cool. Never
super.
been there, but I'd love to go.
Yeah, very small island. I've been there a
Yeah,
couple of times.
nice.
Of teaching while no, I did the first time I went. I think was doing some teaching, and got to meet the health minister, and who come along to the event, and also in actual fact, one of the people in the audience, the patients in the audience, she actually went on to become Miss Malta.
Oh, well, there
Uh,
you go. Look at
uh,
that. Yeah,
the second time was at European Pain Federation Congress. But
nice.
lovely island,
Hmm.
lovely people. Very welcoming, let's say. But it's
Very
very
nice.
as well, like. But
Excellent. Yeah.
um, so going back a bit of a European tour here, weren't we?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
What was now it's hard to, you can't really say what was the presentation that sort of struck out. I mean, because you can't. It was a big jig, well, like a six piece jigsaw
Yeah.
that seemed to fit in, didn't it?
Hmm. Yeah.
We were at, I think it might have been the fact that who we invited, who we thought could be part of it and pull it off, etc.
Hmm.
But
Yep.
all of it, everybody was sort of, so the main theme was like upstream, downstreaming.
Hmm.
But I mean, I'll tell you, I've got to be honest with you, Kate, I've got to watch it back because
Yeah.
there was so much information coming at me, and I think that's why I'm still wired up from it all, like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was amazing. I mean, very, very quickly, just to highlight our presenters, like we talked about Dr. David Fluss started it off. Great doc here in Canada. We talked about what he did, then followed by Jim Stark, who's a physiotherapist there in the US, good guy. Jennifer Daly Sear, dear friend of ours, good friend of mine. Very powerful story on her lived experience, followed by our lovely friend Joella Belton, who had an amazing story on her experiences. Our dear friend Mary Wing, who's doing great stuff in Australia with her peer support and supportive self-management group. Um, and then Laura Moore to wrap it up. So, like you said, it was a jigsaw. We didn't know what to expect, but we knew that these are all leaders and amazing people. And what we did is we just turned it over to them and said, "Here's a blank canvas, and you paint it your way." And we got beautiful artwork out of all of them.
yeah, and well, I don't think we knew it officially at the time, did we? But Dave, the Dr. Flusk, Dave, I
Mm-hmm.
just call him Dave, Dr. Dave.
Mm-hmm.
He's now going to be officially the president-elect of
Yes.
the Canadian Pain Society.
Yeah, very, very happy for him. He was, like you said, we just heard just very shortly before the conference that he was successful in that election. So
Uh,
really excited for Dave, and great things that he'll do with the Canadian Pain Society.
yeah. What about the week, Keith? I mean, later on after this, I'm going to be doing another Instagram live around 5:40 with Katie Napton,
Nice.
who was she was popping out a lot of posts about pain support self management week, etc. So
Hmm.
get her take on it.
Yeah.
But I think last year was the first time we actually. Well, it was the year before, I think, when it was. We're halfway through the old one. I can't remember, but we go. What about pain support self management week? There's
Yeah.
National Diabetes Week. This
Yeah.
week what about one of it for us, like, you know, and
Hmm.
it was it wasn't quite a down squid last year, but this year, I mean, I was so surprised how many people, healthcare professionals and people with living with pain, what
Hmm.
sort of, you know, what they promoting.
Hmm.
Katie Frost, she was popping out
Oh, yeah.
illustrations every day.
Yeah.
Say Katie was doing Katie Napton. She was putting out posts there about physiotherapy and whatnot. Helen Room and just doing fantastic posts about the work that she's doing in South Africa
Yeah.
with people with fibromyalgia. Like, I mean,
Hmm.
I probably forgot a few people. No, I don't know.
There was more. Like you said, I think, and I can't remember. I think this was the second year we did it, but I can't. I think so. But I was surprised with the uptake that we saw, and it's slow and steady wins the race. But there was some great information coming out,
Yeah,
and the engagement. When we saw others post, like you said, Helen and the two Katies and others that we're probably just not thinking of right now because we're just still a little wired up. But everything they put out then got picked up by others and was reposted or commented. So it was nice to see that uptake and the great work that people are doing.
yeah. So anyway, that one's say I don't know. It sounds still digesting everything, like, but
Hmm.
we've got to start planning already for. Amanda's saying here, sounds like you had some really interesting, helpful session. Amanda, you wouldn't. It's well, I think you registered for it, so hopefully you watched
Yeah,
the.
she said she's going to watch the recording. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um, but so we're planning for the next year. We've got couple of names in the hat already,
yeah.
and so it's usual format: six presenters, three healthcare professionals, and three self-managers, etc. Like, you know, so that's in the hat, and I think we're meeting up on Zoom on Sunday, so we'll probably
Yep.
put a bit on
Start
it.
putting our thinking caps on again.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think I was going to put some meat on the bone, but I'm thinking
Yeah.
I'm pretty much a vegetarian now, so
All right. Well, yeah. So it's all about
that won't go.
all the logistics and planning, all the behind scenes work to
Yeah,
make it happen. Yeah.
yeah. So it's not too late to even start thinking about pain supported self management 2027. You know,
No.
and make it a fantastic week. It's a way of promoting the messages, really, Keith, isn't it?
Yep.
We we talk about this regularly on a regular basis. That sometimes I think if we look back now, so pain supported self management has sort of been seen to be a little bit of an add on to health,
Hmm.
a little bit airy fairy, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's not anymore. It's part of general healthcare. Simple as that.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's getting to be more of a bolt on than adjunct. Now, having said that, it's not where you and I and so many others would like to see it be. There's still more work to be done, and that's why
Mm.
so many people are continuing to promote the importance of it and what it is. There's still a lot in healthcare, and no fault to them that don't really know what it is because they're still not taught it. Medical schools and allied healthcare schools are very intense, and there's so much going on. They really still need to integrate this into their education, into the fundamentals. And that's one of the things that we keep talking about. So many others do. And work is starting to happen to get it to be integrated into healthcare education.
And the pluses behind supportive self management. Really, the main one is we both live with pain.
Mm-hmm.
Both, you know, from the get go. So we've had quite dark beginnings and whatnot, you know, but we're out the other end of the tunnel a bit and we're self managing and whatnot. But so we've got all that stuff to, you know, like the impacts it has on people's lives. But
Mm-hmm.
it's been shown, you know, there's lots of research. I checked it out over the weekend because I could not have been sleep, but I started checking it out. The amount of research that's been done about
Mm-hmm.
supportive self management
Mm-hmm.
and how how it helps to reduce. We call it an accident emergency over there. I'm guessing they call it ER, is it? Emergency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
how it reduces visits and admissions to A&E and the ER, reduces medication costs, GP visit. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not sure about getting people back to work and stuff like that. I couldn't find a lot of it. In fact, I did ask Lorem if there's any info about that. But there's so many pluses behind it, you know, and I
Yeah.
think unless you've got a terracotta army of healthcare providers out there or
Mm-hmm.
professionals who are going to tackle all these people living with long-term pain, hey, you're never going to catch up. Like, so it's about using supportive self-management more, and so to take the pressures off our healthcare and our healthcare systems.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. You and I talk about that a lot. And if the policymakers, those who fund these systems, public or private, struggle to understand the importance of
Yeah.
supported self-management, look at it from the business side. There's a big return on investment. Everything that you talked about, less impact on the system, less medication. Anecdotally, we hear stories of people who are able to return, if maybe not full-time, but part-time work. But fundamentally, this is about people. And, healthcare is about supporting people. And what this allows people to do is to regain function, improve quality of life. And maybe they won't have exactly the same life they had before, but they can start to rebuild parts of that. And getting that function back and taking that control, it's huge. It's absolutely massive.
Amanda here is in Malta. She just said we need more cafes, and I totally agree with you. I think I don't know if I think the Pain Toolkit is the first one to do cafes, Amanda. Back
First that I heard of, yeah.
that's definitely pre-COVID, anyway. But it's come up a lot, didn't it, in the conferences
It
where
sure did, yeah.
everybody was talking about peer support, etc.
Yes, yeah, and we know, and there's evidence on that. We know how important it is for people to connect with others, and one-on-one, in person or online, but to have that connection with people who understand their journey and they can support each other. And as Jolota Belton talked about in her presentation, she believes, and I think you and I strongly agree, that peer support can and needs to be integrated into the healthcare systems. Like people get so much out of some just conversations, just talking to one another. Yeah.
It's when I was talking, I met with Bronya this morning. I was talking about this, and she was saying she does some bank work up at this hospital up in county of Norfolk. So the next county up for me is Suffolk, and then above there is Norfolk. And she said there they run peer support groups, but there's something unique about it is that there's like it ain't just run by people like ourselves. It's called co-creating,
Yes.
And so there's a healthcare professional involved, and also a peer, like a person with pain, etc. Apparently, that's all properly funded and everything. So
that's great.
Yeah. So it's all this, But this is I know this. I was saying to Dave Oxley over the weekend. I was going to chat with him about it. I said, "Hey, Dave, do you see that? Everybody was chatting about peer support, the importance of it, and all that." He said, "I noticed that," and we done up there. We said, "Well, what are we going to do about it?" And the thing is, I think we're too old now to get to sort of mess. Unless we've got bucket loads of money, in which case we could set up a proper. But you know what it's like doing this stuff. We're all doing it for nothing.
Yeah, it is the ultimate labor of love. We do it because it's important. Yeah.
Okay then. So listen, I'll wrap up. Thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you got something from it. I'm going to be having a chat with Keith on Sunday. We'll probably record a little bit of that as well. So that will be Pain Toolkit website, not website, and also YouTube. And Graham, with that, look who's just joined us, Grania Daniels.
Oh, there you go.
And she wants to come and have a chat with us. So I don't know. I don't know if you've got time every day. It's saying on she hasn't. Let's see if I can get her involved here.
Maybe she just wants to watch.
No, I don't know.
There we go.
Here we go. Grania Daniels.
We lost her.
Oh, Grania, where you gone?